beautiful Vegas hot day. I'm here at the LS Fest. Had to come here for the West Holley LS Fest happening here, and it's registration day. The show has not even begun. It's happening and it's starting tomorrow, and you're going to see so much of it. My first time, I'm super excited. But I'm here at the registration site and I ran into Alex, and yeah, he said he's got 1600 horsepower under this. Let's have a chat with him and find out exactly what's going on. How are you going today, mate?
I'm doing great. Another day in this hot weather.
You can't complain. You wouldn't like it if it was raining.
True.
Exactly.
Can't complain. It's better than rain, definitely. We don't like rain.
Exactly. Now, Alex, tell me, first of all, loving that, but before we get into it, what car do you have?
2014 Chevy SS. I mean, it was a V8.
At one stage?
It was a V8, you know, automatic transmission at one point, and very daily drivable, and now it's kind of evolved into something much bigger. Okay,
we're definitely going to have a look at that evolvement. How long ago did you buy
the car? About a year and a half ago.
So in a year and a half, you've done all this?
Yes.
Okay, that's fast, that's quick.
Well, this car was actually here last year, and we built it in about 6 months. It was just a different motor.
Okay.
But it was also twin turbo. So we built it in 6 months, made it here for the first time ever, ran it, and then took it home, tore it all apart, rebuilt it, went bigger engine, and now we're back.
Wow, I'm so excited. What do you mean by run it? Because here at the Holley Fest, there's drag racing, there's the autocross. What did you run this in?
We do drag racing.
Drag racing?
Yeah, so we do quarter mile drag racing A to B. That's it. No turns, no nothing, just straight lines.
You just need this to fly?
I just need it to go in a straight line as fast as it can.
Okay, so let's have a look. What is this beast that we are looking at?
I mean, you're looking at a Dart 427 engine, LME air to water manifold, twin precision 76 turbos. It's got Brodix heads, you know, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. Alex, I am learning. Why are these so big? Tell me about the pipes. They're the exhaust pipes?
Well, yeah, it's the exhaust going to the turbos.
Okay.
Usually we do 3-inch based on how much power you're doing. 2.5. It just, the bigger the motor, the bigger the piping.
That makes sense. And how big is this motor?
It's a 427 cubic inch motor.
Wow.
So definitely a big boy.
And we've got the exhaust coming out here at the front, which I absolutely love. Did you choose to have it come out here, or did you have to have it?
No, I chose to have it out the front. I don't drive it every day, so having it out the back was just not an option. So we went ahead and just out the bumper and make it look good, and it looks pretty when it's spitting fire out the exhaust.
Yeah, I bet it does. All right, so how much horsepower did you say again?
I would say roughly about 1600.
1600.
Yeah.
Let's go inside and have a look at the interior here. Can I open the door?
Yeah, of course.
All right, drag racing. Walk us through it, Alex.
Well, nothing crazy. It's on a Holley ECU, so we got a big Holley screen on here to give us all our gauges, everything that we want to see. We can see it through the gauges. It no longer has a stereo. We have our control panel here, which gives us ignition, power, turning signals, lights, everything we need. So that'll kind of get everything fired up on the car. It still has stock steering wheel, stock interior, stock seats in the back. It's got lightweight seats in the front. Transmission is no longer factory. It's got a TH400 3-speed transmission, so that's a custom shifter. And then that's obviously the handle for the parachute in the back. Full cage for our protection. And I mean, it's actually not much more.
Wow.
I think I even have the cover off where all my ECU stuff is at for the computer and stuff. I've been working on it.
But that's what it's like, isn't it, inside the racing cars?
Yeah, I mean,
it's all about the things that's going to make you go fast.
Right, and this is actually not bad. Some race cars out there are fully just gutted,
bare metal,
like,
yep.
Bare metal, cage. You know, this one we have it where we can fit 5 people in here. You know, we can start it, drive it. I just got to put the cover back on, and I can actually drive this thing and take it, you know, back to the hotel if I wanted to.
Exactly, because with some of the other ones, they reduce the weight by stripping everything out from the inside.
Correct. This thing's got all the interior. We do have weight removed from the vehicle, but it's really not from the inside. All the seats, all the door panels, everything is back in it. If you notice, we got the carbon fiber hood, the carbon fiber doors. That's where we pulled the weight out of it.
I did notice that. Doors carbon fiber, the front and the back doors, as well as the hood. That would have definitely helped reducing some of that weight.
Correct. That's where we got most of it. And obviously it no longer has AC, no longer has heater. It's more of a race car. But besides that, it's fully functional. You can drive this thing, you know, and go wherever you want if you really wanted to drive it. You know, it's got a full radiator and everything. So
I guess you're being smart with it.
I'm trying to get to that limit where it's not a full race car, but it still runs like a race car. But it's not a full street car because nobody wants to be in a car without an AC. So we're in that in-between line. When you catch me pushing it back after a pass, then it's a race car. This thing will go down the track and it'll drive right back, no problem.
And is it ever going to be a full race car? Are you in the middle of maybe transferring it fully?
Yeah, it's 1600 horsepower, 1600 it gets kind of boring after a while. So
it gets boring.
Yeah, so we're going to turn it up. So we're going to change the fuel, we're going to change the suspension, and then you will see me making a pass, coming back and pushing it back into the pits and checking everything out. Then I will not be able to drive it on the street. As of right now, I can start it, take it back to the hotel, bring it back tomorrow morning, no problem. Next step, all that goes away.
Alex, how long have you been racing for?
Since I was 18. So we're going on 18 years.
Wow, you love it. You absolutely love it.
I do this for a living, actually. I have my own shop. We work on cars.
Okay.
And this is what I do since I was out of college, and I love it. Can't complain.
Well, now tell us about your shop.
Shop is out of California, called New Era Performance. We specialize in nothing but late model GM, LT, so Corvettes, Camaros, CTSVs, Escalades, anything with the GM motor. You want to go fast, we do twin turbos, nitrous. Anything that's not factory, we can upgrade you, we can make you go fast, and we've been doing that for 7 years now in business, and I really can't complain. I love what I do.
Alex, you live and breathe this stuff. You live and breathe it.
Every day.
Every
Friday,
day.
Saturdays, and Sundays.
Well, mate, why don't you turn it on for us and let's have
let's go ahead
listen
and
to this.
See if it fires up.
Yep. Gotta love that sound. I love that sound. And you know what else I'm loving? Your racing wheels in the back here. Let's talk about the rims.
Bellac 15-inch, 15 by 10-inch wheels. Mickey Thompson 275 Pro tire, drag radial. I mean, just a racing wheel. Make
That's
sure
awesome.
we get traction down the track. Make sure we hook up.
And then you've got the parachute in the back.
Of course, after a certain speed, you're required to have a parachute. We put a wing for stability at high speeds. The car does about 180 plus down the quarter mile, so we try to keep it as stable as possible, and we try to have all the safety equipment and everything needed.
So the wing stabilizes the car when it's at those high speeds.
Correct. It kind of just puts
Without
pressure
it,
down.
it might just, the back might sway back and forth.
It definitely feels a lot not as stuck to the floor. It definitely is a little bit more on the flimsy side on the high speed, so you won't feel it as stable once you put the wing on there. A lot of people do it for stability. I did it for stability. I was going about 160 and I could already feel the car kind of unstable up top, and as soon as you put the wing and you adjust it, and there's a lot to it. I'm still learning, but you know, there's a lot of adjustments
So
to the
am
wings,
I.
but
Yep.
it's there and it works, and you definitely feel the car a lot more stable out the back.
The last time we saw wings on the channel was when we were with the blower cars over at the Turkey Rod Run. You know, they had it, and Rick was explaining to me as well with the different lengths of the wing, the different position.
These move up and down, this moves up and down, so all that's aerodynamic.
Yep.
You adjust it based on how the car feels, how it puts down force. There's just a lot of things on adjustment. I got this pre-adjusted. I did not do it, but it works. And I know it works because when it didn't have it, the car was definitely a lot more unstable at high speeds. And then the parachute, obviously anything over 150 we're required to have it. So when you're going 160, 170, in order to stop it, we got lightweight brakes all around in order to drop some weight. So we instantly throw the chute, and it just slows you down. So we needed to stop the car.
That's awesome. And hopefully I'll be able to catch you on the drag strip over the next couple of days.
Definitely, we will be here. We are in we're in grudge test and tune, and we're in index 550. So we'll be out teching in a little bit, and as soon as we tech in, we'll be ready to start tune racing tomorrow morning.
Awesome. Alex, I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, everybody, I absolutely love coming during registration day. One, there's no crowds, so the gates open for the spectators tomorrow, but I'm here just checking out the place, you know, getting my feet wet. And before we talk to the organizers, let's have a chat with Adam, who's one of the main promoters of the Holley Fest. Adam, how are you?
Hey, doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You know, I just came here and I was looking at the shirts, which drew me, and I said, wow, this is going to be crazy tomorrow. The amount of designs and the stuff you've got, you're going to have a big line.
Yeah, we're going to have a massive line. So if you've ever been to an LS Fest before, it's quite an experience. It's chaos. It's total chaos.
That's what I've been told, so I'm super pumped for that. But hey, Adam, what else do you do?
I'm actually the advertising manager for Holley Corporation, so I manage all the advertising that you probably see for Holley, EFI, MSD, Simpson, all of the brands that we have. And so I also manage a lot of graphic design, production for our teams, and things that you see in the marketplace, and especially like when you come here to LS Fest, our t-shirts.
Like the big tent above you?
Well, that's actually contracted out, I think. I had no part in that.
It was a bit too big.
But like logo development, like new logos and stuff. So we just redesigned and revamped ADS suspensions. We have a new logo for that. And then also Anvil, which is one of our off-road products. We just did a new logo for that. So if we have any major product launches, like new product launches, I manage like the direct-to-consumer marketing activation for those product launches and stuff. So my hands stay pretty busy.
You are, I was just gonna say, you're a pretty busy man.
Yes, absolutely.
But you wouldn't be anywhere else, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? It's amazing. It's a great company to work for.
Well, since it's so nice and quiet, why don't you show me a couple of the things that you've got here?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is just really our tech booth. And I'm probably not the most savvy person of all of this, but a really new innovative product that we just released is the Ultra MSD 6A box, which if anybody is very familiar with MSD ignition systems, they're traditionally a very large box, and over the years they've scaled down a little bit. But now we've introduced the one that's a lot smaller. It's only about 5 inches long. And that's one of our newest ignition products that we have on. Great for street car use, you know, because if you have this in your engine compartment, it's not going to take up as much space as what the older traditional boxes do.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you're out there racing, anything that's smaller and lighter, compact, that's what you want.
Absolutely. And another cool product, actually a very popular one, is our digital displays. So we have like this, the Holley U5 touchscreen control panel.
It's funny you show me this because we just did the interview with Alex outside registration, and he had the new Holley screen.
Did he?
Yep, I'm pretty sure that was it. But yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yes, these are the newest and craziest and most popular items we have right now. Everybody wants to go to digital displays, especially if you have older classic vehicles. You can upgrade that dash and integrate it. We carry bezels for a lot of different applications, and we put this display dash in.
Is there anything that the dash will not display?
I don't know. I was gonna say maybe your YouTube channel, but I don't know. It might even maybe be able to.
Maybe you could do CarPlay on that somehow. But that's pretty cool because that's gonna show you all your gauges, your speed, everything on it.
And it's all touchscreen too.
And it's all touchscreen.
Yeah, very cool.
It is very cool. Oh no, this is awesome. And how many years have you been doing the Holley Festival?
This will be my 3rd year now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been quite a while, and each time it's a new experience. We try to make it better and better, you know, for especially the customer experience getting here. We have a lot of people come to NCAs. I mean, upwards 25 to 30,000. Don't hold my feet to fire on those numbers, but it's a lot.
I have heard.
And one of the coolest things that we're doing now is like our tip. We've really pushed the experience up to where people can come in and they can pre-order all their gear. That way, all they have to do is just pick it up instead of, you know, like Starbucks. You go in, you order on the app. You can do it through our website, and you can even do it here on site. That way, you don't have to stand in line or anything.
Hey, that's
like that.
really cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool. That is so modern and up to date. You know, just order it online through the phone, whether it's a shirt or whether it's, you know, a gadget here as well. And then you just come and pick it up and walk around. The lines can get long.
Yes.
We all know
And
that.
that's one of the things. We don't want people standing around in line all day. We want them to experience the event, so we can make that a lot quicker experience and better for them. That's our goal.
All right, Adam. So, what's your favorite part of the Holley Fest?
The drifting. I love the drifting. It's just so cool, and the smoke.
Yep.
Yeah, that is the craziest and best part. The burnout contest, I think, is where it's at.
We all love that. I appreciate this so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Racing, donuts, and of course the autocross. We have a car show here at the LS Fest West. I'm with Paul. How are you today, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Your car drew me. I saw it yesterday as well, but you were not by your car.
Oh, okay.
Love the Nomad. I love the colors. How long have you had it for?
I've had it 13 years.
13 years.
It's been finished 10.
Okay.
Took 3 years and 3 months to build.
So this has been finished for 10 years. It's a great job. It's a great restoration because it looks pretty new.
Huh?
It looks pretty new.
Oh yeah, I keep it up.
You keep it well.
It's garaged and cover put on it. A lot of rubbing on it.
Now I saw the pictures in your book. This was an absolute project car.
Right.
How did you come across it?
Craigslist. I first started out looking to buy one because it's cheaper to buy one than it is to build. But I had such a specific car in mind, colors and what I wanted to do with the interior and everything else. I couldn't find anything really. I'd have to change things, so I just thought I'd find something I could start with from scratch and do it my way, and not worry about money.
And this right here next to us is exactly what you had in mind.
Right.
Of what you wanted, the colors that you wanted.
The colors.
Complete with an LS3, of course, under the hood.
Yeah.
Now tell me, why did you have the 55 Nomad in your mind exactly like this?
Okay, well, back in high school, I had a 55, what they call the handyman station wagon.
Yes.
Two-door station wagon. And it was kind of a neighborhood beach car net, but there was another kid in school that had a Nomad. It was really cool, lower, nice rims, and I'm thinking, God, I'd rather have that Nomad.
Wow.
So it was always in the back of my mind. So I was watching Barrett Jackson one time on TV, and a Nomad came across and it brought back all these values, you know?
Wow.
So I kind of started looking, I said, if I can find something, maybe I'll do something with that. So,
Paul, I love that story. This is what you wanted in high school, you know, especially at high school. We always see things that we like and that we can't have it, and other kids do have it, and that kind of stayed with you.
Right.
And all those memories came back at a Barrett Jackson auction.
Yeah.
I was just there 2 weeks ago. You saw a Nomad and you thought, you know what, I want that car.
Yeah. It started the process. I started looking online to see what I could find, you know, and everything. So I ended up, like I say, started looking to buy, but then I thought to do what I wanted to do, I'd just have to find something from scratch.
Yep.
And that's what we did.
And where did you come across it?
It was on the internet.
Craigslist, that's right.
Craigslist.
Yeah.
It was in Lake Elsinore, California at the time.
Okay.
But when I called, they had moved it to Buena Park, California, and so I went over and looked at it because I'm originally from California.
Okay.
I live in Arizona now, but I lived in California, and I was over visiting, so I went by, looked at it. Then I thought, well, do I drag it back home, or do I find somewhere else? And I found a shop called D&P Classic Chevys, that kind of specialized in Tri-5 Chevys at the time.
Okay.
And so I talked to them. They told me a few things to look for. I checked it back out, and we settled. I talked to the owner and settled on a price. Bought it. I called D&P, and they dragged it down to their shop, and they did the restoration for me.
You didn't want to bring it home unfinished. You wanted to bring home your dream car when it was all done.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Tri-5 Nationals?
I haven't. They were going to have them in Bakersfield here for a few years, and I thought about doing that, but then I don't know what happened.
Well, the big one is in Bowling Green,
I
Kentucky,
know, yeah.
so you have to look into it because this is awesome. It's going to fit right in, and you've got an LS3 engine. What made you want to choose LS3?
Well, the guy at D&P that did my restoration, originally I thought about doing like a 383 stroker motor.
Okay.
And he says, well, you you can get an LS motor, it'll make the same power, but it'll get, he said, the best you can do is get maybe 14 miles per gallon with that 383. He says, you're going to get 20 plus miles per gallon with that, and you've got a warranty and everything. And So he talked me into it.
Well, it's a good engine.
Yes.
Definitely a good engine. And here you are at the Holley Fest. Now let's have a look at the interiors.
All right.
Really, really good.
Now,
I love the Tri-5, so I had to come here and ask.
I used some of the original styling. I wanted to use some of the original styling, but modernize it.
Okay.
The original Nomad Tri-5s had what they called the waffle pattern and the pleated seats.
Yeah.
But they would have been benched, and the waffle pattern would have gone all the way across, whatever. And I said, no, I wanted to go with bucket seats and make it like a newer car would if they had like a perforated interior.
I love the headliner.
Oh yeah.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, all the barrels had those chrome bars in the headliners.
And of course, period corrected dash. Had to have that, had to keep that nice classic look and feel to it, right?
Right.
You've modernized it, of course.
Yeah.
Is this your driver?
No. I drive it, but
Not to the grocery store every week.
but from no, it's car shows and things like that. Once in a while, I kind of keep to keep the transmission from drying out and the air conditioning from up the ground. I'll drive it like every other week for sure. Then whenever car shows, I do.
Okay, well, I'm so happy that I met you, Paul. Thank you for this.
Okay.
Beautiful Nomad.
Thank you very much.
I've been noticing so many C10s lately. Love it, and there's so much more to come on the channel. I'm not going to spill the beans. I have spilled a little bit of the bean on what's happening later this year with C10s, me getting hands dirty. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the awesome truck behind me. Check it out. I'm loving the blue on it. And what's even better is father and son, Dylan and Mike, has built this together. So let's go say hello to them. Hey, you two, how's it going?
How's it going, man?
You can hold this. Okay, Dylan and Mike, you've got Dad with you as well. I love your truck.
Thank you. Appreciate
Love
it.
the color. So let's walk over here closer to it. Now, Dylan, how long have you had this for?
I've had it for probably about 10 years now. I got it when I was 11, right?
Yeah.
Yes, been had it for 10 years. It's went through a 6-year restoration. Then I just do little projects with it over the winter. So it's
Okay.
been through a couple renditions now. It says round 3 on it. Did a couple of different things with it.
Take us back to 10 years ago. What was the state of the pickup?
So his boss's dad gave it to us. It was rotting out in his backyard. It was pretty rotted, needed rockers, a lot of the bed panels, quite a bit. So we had the hoods new, doors are new, those are in rough condition. So did all the rust repair. He taught me from his experience how to do all that. Very skilled at the body work too. So the frame is factory frame, so that's just modified to sit low on the ground, obviously.
Now you got very, I'm going to stand here closer to the mic because my other mic's having issues. You got very lucky because these are so popular now.
Absolutely.
The square bodies are so hot. They are
Right.
so in right now. And you just came across it 10 years ago. So
Yeah,
what did
yeah,
you
they
start
weren't
on?
near as popular back then. So
Nope.
yeah, good timing for sure.
Yeah, you know the value of this has gone up
Oh,
tremendously
absolutely.
high.
Absolutely.
I'm not telling you to do anything with it. But okay, so let's come here. The doors are new. It's been a full frame of restoration to say the least.
Yep. Yep.
And what is the engine do you have?
Engine's a 6-liter LS. It's an iron block motor out of a 03 Savannah van. So the motor stock has just been cleaned up quite a bit. You just did the engine bay this past
Nice.
winter.
You have to leave this open. I understand it's hard, but people would want to see this. Look at the engine bay here, everybody. It's such a nice, clean firewall. It just makes that LS7, did you say?
No. It's a 6-liter LS. It's an iron block motor.
6-liter LS, sorry.
My dad did all the wiring in the engine bay. It looks a lot cleaner than it did a year ago.
Wow, it looks very clean.
Yeah, it's been a very fun father-son project. You know, with cars, anything, you know, you get to work close with your kid and teach them.
It's been a lot of fun.
So yeah, it's been a lot
Absolutely
of fun.
love it. You know, one of the things that we always talk about on the channel is getting younger people involved into building cars and working with their hands. So,
Right.
Dylan, what have you done exactly?
Well, I've did quite a bit. My dad teaches me really everything he does with it. So every time he wants to do something, he shows me how we're going to do it, and it's a lot of fun learning because I love doing builds like this and I want to continue. So it's a lot of fun learning all the fabrication tips and bodywork tips and all that kind of stuff.
Mike, this is amazing. You know that. You know, people are always talking about it, and even the car shows, they're introducing the younger generation awards.
Right.
So speaking of that, what happened in Del Mar in California?
Yeah, last month, end of the month, we did the next generation thing in Del Mar, and we ended up taking that one home in California. That was a lot of fun too.
Nice, and that's for the under 25s,
Yep, those I think it's under 30.
under 30
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Yeah, but just the younger generation, obviously. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a good show.
Yeah, I always say I created a monster
Yeah.
because he just loves cars
Absolutely
as much as me, so
did.
I love it. So it's like we talk about cars all the time.
And where does your passion start, Mike? When did you
I
start?
actually started when I was 16. You know, when you can get a car and drive, I actually quit sports and everything in school, and I wanted stuff to do with cars. So I just always been building cars, and when I had kids, they were into it with me too. Even when I worked on a 57 Chevy, they were out in the garage with me. I had them sanding on the body panels and
Wow.
stuff even before they knew what they were doing.
But so many people are working on cars, and I say so many people, I mean so many people in the car world that I have been meeting, and I hear that story. But Mike, I saw the picture of your 210, and that's show car material.
Thank you.
And you did the interior and the exterior all
Yes.
yourself.
Yep.
That's pretty neat.
Paint,
Everything in a
we do
freestyle
everything.
garage.
Paint
Wow.
work, our own body work, our own interiors.
Wow.
We just work on everything
The
ourselves.
paint, you've done the paint yourself here as well with the C10?
Yeah,
Dylan?
he did a lot of the body work, showed me how to do that. He's very, very skilled with the body work, and then I painted it.
Wow, you did a great job.
Thank you.
And I love the two-tone. You've done so well because
Appreciate
it really stands out.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
no,
as you're walking by and you see all these other cars here, everybody, and then the light blue with the white, it really just pops.
Yeah, actually, up until the last second, we were gonna do orange and white, and then right at the last couple
I've seen
weeks,
so
we
many of
changed our
those,
mind,
though.
and then I'm
Yep.
Yeah,
really happy I went
He
with
came
this
to me one
color.
day and he's like, "Dad, I think I want it era correct." I'm like, I was surprised he even knew what that meant. And then he's like, "Yeah, I want it baby blue and white." And
Yep.
we narrowed it down from 35 different light blues to
Oh,
this
wow.
blue. We came down to 5 colors, and then I said, "All right, if we pick the same one out of the 5, that's it." And we did. We
Wow.
picked the same one. So
you were just having the palette, just keep checking it against
Right.
the body, see which one would.
yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. We went through a lot of colors, but I'm really happy with the one we
Well,
picked.
you're very
It went
particular,
great.
Dylan, to go through
Oh,
that
yeah.
many colors just to
Oh,
find
yeah.
the right shade of blue.
Very picky.
Well done. Hey, let's have a look on the interiors.
Sure. Some stuff in there right now,
That's
but
all right. This is your
Did a-
driver.
yeah, just did a lot of stuff this past winter actually.
Nice.
Lower panels are pretty new, and I just did the plaid not too long ago.
And the dash is period correct?
So the dash is the stock dash, and it's just fiberglass.
Oh, I like the fact that you put it into the headliner as well.
Yep, I just did that recently too. My dad's work, he cuts those panels out, and I just find a fabric and I'll wrap them up and stick them in there.
This is amazing. The engine work, the paint, which people always send somewhere else, the paint, the bodywork, and the interiors, you guys have all done it yourself.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you've
we
got a
take a
shop,
lot of
I'm
pride
guessing?
in doing everything ourselves.
Do you have a shop?
It's a freestyle garage.
Yeah.
Just a home garage.
Yep.
Just as a hobby.
Yep.
You guys
Yep.
do everything. This is, I mean, people have got shops and they still don't do the interiors and they send it somewhere else.
Right.
Or they don't do the paint and they send the paint somewhere else, but you guys have just been doing this.
Yeah, that's what we always enjoy.
Wow.
Like when someone say, "Who did that? Who did that?" When we can say, we did it all.
You did every inch of
it
this truck
may not be
yourself.
like up to like those levels, but when we can say we did it, it's,
Right.
it's
And that's
satisfying.
where the difference
Yeah.
is. You could
Absolutely.
spend hundreds of thousands of dollars building something and you've had so many other companies work on it, and that's fine and they come out looking great, but when it's got these memories of you two
yeah.
working together,
It takes time, but it's worth it.
butting
For
heads,
sure.
any head butting at all
No,
throughout
no,
the process?
We have like extremely similar tastes in cars to the point where it's
So-
crazy.
That helps.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Everything we see, we always like
Usually
the
if he
same
says
stuff.
I want to do this, I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Let's do
Yeah,
it. Or I
for
can
real.
show him something to do. And,
Right, yeah.
we agree like on very
Love
like,
that,
set a lot of
absolutely
things,
love
so.
that teamwork. Now, of course, this is on air rides.
Yep, it is. Yep, the air ride was just done 2 years ago. It was a static build for quite a while, and then the steel wheels and the air ride came just last or 2 winters ago, wasn't it? So I always wanted it back. This is always how I wanted it, but it was a budget. That's probably the only thing we butted heads on. It was like
Right.
the fact that
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted it to be bagged, but
Yeah,
it
he
wasn't in the
wanted that
budget
air ride.
initially.
I told him when he got it at 16, because we had it done like 2 weeks before he turned 16, and I thought, it already has a big motor,
Yeah.
new truck. He don't need air ride to play with as well.
Yeah.
So I made him wait on that one a few years.
Yeah, but I'm very glad I did it. The air ride, I love the air ride.
Oh,
The
why
low
not?
stance is the way to go.
With the square bodies, it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people just they drop it down.
Yeah.
And then some people want to put. I personally would like to put mine on air ride. So
Yeah, and growing up too, all his stuff was always bagged and body dropped, so that was
there you go.
always
So
what
how
I
could you
grown
say
up
no to
with.
him when he
Yeah.
wants it? How does that work? But hey, this is looking so cool, and you cut out the bed
Yep.
to keep that exposed.
Exactly. Well, it's not. It's a work in progress. The bed right now. The bed was. I just moved to Arizona about a year ago, so the bed was temporary just because we didn't have the time to do exactly what we wanted. So
So what are you going to do with it?
I'm not totally sure yet. There's so many different routes that I have in mind. I've thought about doing like the trunk bed setup or possibly
Oh,
a
yeah.
wood bed, and there's a lot of different options. So we'll see when the time comes. My mind changes quite often.
Well, you
I'm
know
very
what?
indecisive
You've got
with
something
it.
that's so popular, and you can do so many different things with this. You could turn it into an absolute choker if the money
Yeah,
allows it.
absolutely.
Those things do cost, but at the same time, you can enjoy it, and
Right.
you know how popular they are.
Exactly.
And I love your wheels. Tell me
Thank you.
about them.
Thank you. So these are Detroit steel wheels. They're 22-inch wheels. I just got them this past year, and the dog dishes are actually stock dog dishes from this generation truck.
Nice, and I love how they complement the interior on the inside.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the wheels. They fit the truck so nicely. Probably my favorite part about the truck is the wheels.
The wheels.
I've always wanted, this was the original vision for the truck, and then I had some did cheaper 20s on it, and then just, it was about a year ago I got these. And these are always what I've wanted. I'm really happy with them.
The wheels is something, for me, it always draws me. I don't know about other people out there, but the wheels, you can't skimp on it because they're a big part
Oh,
of
yeah.
any ride.
Wheels and the stance
Whatever
make
it
the
is.
vehicle.
Really change it.
100%. Speaking of the stance, why don't we turn this on?
Yeah.
And then get
Gear it
the
up a
air
little
rides
bit.
working as well.
For sure.
Wouldn't that be cool? So that's the highest it goes?
It can go way higher. Yeah, it's about the ball she's got right there, and this is my ride height.
Nice. Can that be totally slammed to the door, to the
What's
floor?
that?
Can it be
No,
totally
it's not body
slammed?
dropped. I would love to body drop it eventually, but the amount of work that goes in between the level it's at now and the body dropper,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So someday I'd like to do that, but I'll bring it down to the low as it goes real quick. That's aired out.
Nice.
So eventually I'd like to body drop, but a lot of work.
A lot of work. You've done so well, Dylan. I appreciate
Thank you.
this so much.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks. That's what we want to hear. You know that's what I want to hear. Absolutely love it. Even at a car show like the LS Fest West here, I'm still drawn to the patinas. I'm still drawn to the classics. I cannot help that. I'm here with Brian. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. You've got a classic Chevy pickup.
Chevy Peak, yeah.
All patina.
5054, yeah. Yeah.
1954.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really beautiful.
Before we have a look at the GMC, or is it the
Yeah,
blue
it's the GMC. Yeah, with
Okay.
the back of a Chevrolet. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll get more into
Yeah.
that. Now, tell me, why do you like the Chevy pickups?
I like it because of the original look of like a classic car that's something like a pickup truck,
Yep.
and especially with the patina look, it looks really, amusing with the one of a kind look, and I really like it. Yeah.
I ask you because not many young
Yeah.
people are drawn to the classic cars.
Right.
So where does your love come from?
Well, just hang around with all the
oldies?
Oh yeah, all the old heads. I guess you could say I have
That
an old
works.
soul. I have an old soul. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I just really like getting into all these type of old cars and the older models because how
Exactly.
back then they did a lot more
They did
better
it right.
quality. You know what I mean? Instead of quantity. So everything is a lot more unique and a lot
Yep.
more classic. So no, yeah, that's
100%.
definitely that's definitely one thing that I
How
really like.
long have you had your truck for?
This one for about like 6 years already, almost.
6
Yeah.
years. Okay. Looks like it's absolute patina on the
Yeah,
outside. Beautiful
yeah.
rust.
Yes.
But what about that engine?
Right, it has that LS1, the 5.7. No, yeah, it's out of a 2004 Corvette.
Nice.
Yeah.
And have you done anything, or did you just find the patina exactly as it was, or did you do anything to maintain it, keep it? You haven't
The
sealed it.
front, yes. The side step and the back, it was like the side step and the back was a little bit of a reddish pinkish color, and then we took it off with some acetone and made it. Underneath the redness was almost basically identical to the front, so we just scraped off all the paint. As you can see, it's like still there's still a little bit of leftover, but underneath almost basically matched up with the front.
Okay.
So
will
yeah.
you put a clear coat on this sometime?
Maybe in the future, but now that patina look, I really enjoy it, and I love that patina look
I
because
love
it's a one of a kind type of look. But yeah,
Exactly. It
yeah.
stands out no matter where you
Yeah,
go.
exactly,
People will stare at
exactly.
you and look, and they'll ask about it. Now, is that
Exactly.
your fuel tank? What am I looking at?
That's the gas tank. That's
That's
for
the gas tank,
that's for the gas tank, the differential, the exhaust. We did a double exhaust over here with the. I'm pretty sure these are some Magnaflows, but yeah, we got that going.
Awesome.
And the S10 chassis, so that's
Okay,
no,
so
yeah.
you've got a Chevrolet back end.
Yeah, Chevrolet
GMC grill at the
front. Yeah,
front.
exactly.
But that's a 54 cab.
Yeah, exactly.
That I knew that.
Yeah.
Introduce them just so I know. I don't want to be on camera though.
You sure?
Just the voice.
Okay. I just
Ladies in Australia, just like hear like, hey, how you doing?
well, my market is all Americans, so
Never mind.
never mind.
No, but yeah.
Brian, absolutely love your passion. So what do you do with your truck?
Try street legal things. Totally. Yeah, it's going the speed limit all the time.
Girls, pretty much.
Well, since we're here and it's such a street legal truck, why don't we turn it on?
You want to turn it on?
I want to
Okay.
turn it on.
sure.
I'll take that from you,
Okay.
and you can turn it on.
Come on, man. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of. I mean, just a short alone, it's about 50. I don't know, but when I do it next
The gauges as well. You get the gauges.
Let's have a look at the interior.
The gauges. We upgraded the gauges to some digital Dakotas.
Okay, digital decoder gauges here on the dash.
Get the gauges, brother, man. That's just nice, man.
It's very nice, Brian, and you've made it comfortable for yourself
Yeah,
at least.
exactly.
Look at this. And you gotta have your tall shifter, right?
Yeah. Call it rev it? Yeah. All right, brother.
He's gonna rev it.
All right, let's rev it. That's what we want to hear. You know that's what I want to hear. Absolutely love it.
Gang, gang. Those are
Now, do you plan
Something-
to do anything else with this?
On the side, we have a cam and a Pro Charger on the side. So in the future, hopefully, we're gonna try to upgrade that. But before that, if anything, we want to do the differential and the transmission, because that's gonna be one thing. If we do switch that out, everything else is gonna. So yeah, so we have to upgrade. Yeah, we have to upgrade everything before we get more into more horsepower and all that. But yeah, little by little, it's getting there. Yeah, the camshaft, we have it on the side, a little Pro Charger on the side as well, and hopefully in the near future we'll put that in. But yeah.
Absolutely love it. Every time you talk about it, you're smiling.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Thank you so much, mate.
Yes, of course, of course.
All right, everybody, we're continuing here with the second day, the Saturday of Holley Fest West here in Las Vegas. So I've just walked in, but I'm seeing so many cool rides, so I had to pull over and ask Jake about his car. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, good. Thanks, mate. What have you got here?
I got a 2018 ZL1 1LE Camaro.
All right, let's have a look. You gotta love it when the Camaros get all done up. I'm seeing a lot of carbon fiber. You've built this to speed, Jake.
For the most part, mostly suspension.
Suspension?
The car makes 650 stock, so it doesn't need much more than that for autocross, and it's pretty powerful on the track. Suspension's fully done. I got some custom conies on it with Swift springs, SPL suspension parts, full JDP race alignment done to it. Got some Anderson composites, carbon fiber on it, but mainly suspension parts.
Mainly suspension parts. Can we have a look under the hood?
Yeah.
And how long ago did you get your Camaro stock?
I've had this car for 2 years now.
2 years. Okay, in the 2 years you've made all the other modifications to it?
Yes.
All right. Love the carbon fiber hood. It just looks good, doesn't it?
It does.
All right. So the motor is stock. It came stock supercharged?
Yes. Motor stock, just the K&N cold air intake.
And you did that all for the autocross?
Yes. Yeah, that's my main thing is road course and autocross.
The road course, okay.
I do a lot of the Optima series, and this is my first time here at LS Fest. It's been a blast.
Well, it's my first time as well, and I'm having a great time. I'm still trying to learn and understand exactly all the different activities that happen.
Yes.
So you've got the burnout, there's the autocross, there's the drag racing, and then you said the road course.
So I'm in the Grand Champion events. So we have autocross, and then it's on the road course, but it's another form of autocross. It's called track cross. And then tomorrow we'll have speed stop, and tonight we do some drag racing.
Nice. Now the Grand Champions, I sure know how to pick them. Tell us about that. How did you land yourself here?
Basically racing with all my buddies like Coda, Lane, Brian. They all come down here to LS Fest and do the Grand Champion. I just want to come race with my buddies.
Well, I'm glad you did, because all your cars look absolutely awesome. Your friends are not here, but their cars are here. And how long have you enjoyed racing?
Several years now. I used to be a drag racer. I used to drag race the Challenger, and then they tore out our drag strip in Salt Lake.
Oh no.
So I ended up switching to road racing, and I've been doing that for 5 years now.
Okay, cool. Now, as a person who goes on the autocross, we love it as the spectators, seeing you guys out there, you know, going through the cones and turning around. It's a lot different to drag racing.
It is a lot different.
And what is it that you like the most about autocrossing?
Oh, it's just there's a lot more skills involved.
Yeah.
Drag racing has its own art, like launching. These cars are hard to drag race just because they've got a race alignment, so they don't go straight down the track. So the guys that are running these cars faster.
Well, that's why the autocrossing cars always look better, because the drag racing ones, they're pretty much stripped. The interiors and all that most of the time have been gutted out to make it a bit more lighter as well. Whereas the autocrossing, you still get the thrill of it. There's a lot more skill involved, and your car still looks great.
I wouldn't say there's more skill involved. They're both their own art form.
Okay. Well, I'm learning, and this has been awesome. So you were here yesterday as well?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so first time at the LS Fest, and will you be back again next year?
Oh, you better believe it.
Are you going to Texas?
I am not going to Texas.
Okay, what about Bowling Green? That's the big one.
Not going to that one either.
Whoa.
Too far away.
Too far away.
Okay. Maybe one day I'll make it over to the East Coast.
Well, it'll be awesome if you do. Appreciate this. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you.
How's it going? How's everybody? They all having a good time? Yes. I love it. He's even got a car.
My car.
Okay, well, I'm crazy, but this is what I'm drawn to the most. I love the patina. You've got a super sport here. I'm Rana.
Hello,
What's your name?
Giovanni.
Giovanni. Is that yours?
Yes, ma'am.
Come over here, so please, and tell me. You guys should know that I'm going to get drawn into this awesome classic. It's absolutely, look at the patina. I got to get the story behind this because nothing's been done to it. And that's what we love to do. But there is stuff happening under the hood. Okay. All right, Giovanni, it was so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Tell us about your Nova.
Well, I was looking for one of these for about 7 years.
7 years.
And I ended up finding it at some barn.
Okay, it's an absolute barn find.
Yes, ma'am.
Took you 7 years to find it.
Yes.
First of all, before we even get into it, why the Nova Super Sport for you?
It was my first car when I was 16.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of sentimental memories there that this car has for you, and this was an absolute barn find.
Yes.
Now, 7 years is a long time. Usually people would start doing stuff, but you've kept the rustic look.
I've only had it for 2. I've been looking for an SS for about 7 years.
Okay, so you've had it for 2 years. Well, I'm glad you found the car of your dreams.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's have a look under the engine and tell me what have you got.
We have a 6.0 stage 3 cam, and pretty much just bolt-ons, headers, full exhaust. That's pretty much it.
And tell us, what is the plans for your Nova? What are we going to be doing with this?
We are going to hopefully paint it, not yet, but soon.
Yep.
Maybe a turbocharger or a supercharger. Hopefully by next LS Fest.
You've got some great wheels on there.
Yes, trying to keep it the old classic look.
That's the thing that I love. The wheels and the rims really draw everybody.
Yeah.
And then it's got a beautiful patina. Now, this was an absolute barn find, but it's not in bad nick.
No.
Where did you find it?
By San Diego.
San Diego. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously dry climate.
Yeah.
I don't have too much rust issues.
No, just a little bit on the floor pan and a little bit on the trunk. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. And tell me about your wheels. What do you have?
These are centerline wheels, 15 by I think 10 in the back and 15 by 8 in the front.
Now you're here at the LS Fest. Do you plan to do any drifting, drag racing?
I'm gonna try to drag race it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what the requirements are, and if I can, I'm gonna put in the show this year.
Give it a go. Why not?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you restore the body and the interiors sometime? I know it's a costly process.
When I can find somebody to leave it exactly the way it is, I will probably get it repainted. But as of now, I want to keep it because I know that the body lines and the colors are for the super sport. So I want to try to match it the same. Same color, everything.
This would look amazing once it's done. It looks great now and it's got so much character, but if you plan to, go ahead and do the whole paint, and it's going to look pretty good.
I hope so.
I love it. My favorite part of any interview is when they offer to turn on the engines, and that's exactly what's happening here. Giovanni's going to turn it on for us. You know that always brings a smile to my face. I don't know about you lot, but I just love seeing it in action. That's what I'm talking about. Love it, absolutely love it. I knew I had to come and check out this car because when it sounds like that, it's got those wheels, complete with the patina, it just looks fabulous. Thank you so much, Giovanni.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Have a great day.